Hi and welcome to the latest Epix systems walkthrough. Today's walkthrough is all about how to customise the dashboard on the system. So when you log into the system, you're taken straight away to your dashboard view. And the dashboard view can be personalised to suit your job role. So each of the dashboard widgets that you can see here, which appear in the white boxes, they can be moved around or shown or hidden, and we can have different ones depending on what you want to see on your dashboard when you log in. So to begin the process, you scroll to the bottom of the screen and you click on the Personalise button here. And that will load the screen you need to enable you to personalise your dashboard. Now the list of items in the table here are the available dashboard panels that you can bring onto your dashboard. Now the list that you log into may be a little bit shorter than that one, however the items will look a bit familiar. Also, the list of items here, a detailed description and explanation of what they are and what sort of information they will give you, is available on our website. So to begin personalising, it's important we understand how the personalisation screen works. So as you can see, you've got the option to change three values here: the column, the row and the sequence. Now over here on the right hand side we have the preview window of what it is that you're doing to the dashboard. So importantly, we have three columns, 1, 2 and 3. The row numbers, whilst we also have three row numbers to choose from, I would always recommend using the row 1 and then adjusting the order that things appear here by using sequence. So to better explain this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear my dashboard and I'm going to add one widget at a time to show you how this works. So I'm going to click clear all, and that has cleared the values from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add back in to my dashboard one dashboard widget so that you can see how this all works. And I'm going to add in the summary of jobs at various statuses, so the items requiring action essentially. And I'm going to put that in on column 1, at row 1 and sequence order 1. So if I scroll back up to the top here, we can see that I've got one widget due to be placed onto my dashboard. I can save this by pressing continue, which then takes us back to the dashboard, and in order to see those changes that I've just made, I must press the home button here, and that refreshes my dashboard and shows me the one dashboard widget that I have added in. So I'm going to click clear all, and that has cleared the values from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add back in to my dashboard one dashboard widget so that you can see how this all works. And I'm going to add in the summary of jobs at various statuses, so the items requiring action essentially. And I'm going to put that in on column 1, at row 1 and sequence order 1. So if I scroll back up to the top here, we can see that I've got one widget due to be placed onto my dashboard. I can save this by pressing continue, which then takes us back to the dashboard, and in order to see those changes that I've just made, I must press the home button here, and that refreshes my dashboard and shows me the one dashboard widget that I have added in. To carry on and add further widgets and position them in different places on the dashboard, again we click on the Personalise button at the bottom. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to add in a second widget into column 2. And the one that I'm going to add in is the list of operatives or engineers and their status and any current jobs that they may have issued to them. It's one of the most common used dashboard widgets available to our customers, and we always tend to use this one on operational staff dashboards. So I shall put this one in column 2, in row 1 again, and in position 1 in the sequence. And as you can see here, that's now in the preview showing next to our items requiring action. Clicking continue, I press home again to refresh, and as we can now see, I've got the operative status widget positioned in column 2. To add the third widget now in column 3, again we press personalise, we find the widget that we would like. I'm going to go with the summary of accounts at this stage, in column 3, row 1 and sequence order 1 again. Then I press continue, and then to refresh press the home button. And now we can see we've got 3 widgets all positioned in column 1, 2 and 3. Now to explain what the row does if you choose a different row other than row 1, and this will hopefully explain why it is that I always use row 1 and use sequence instead. So again, we click personalise, we find the widget that we would like to add in. So I'm going to go with live jobs. Let's put this in column 1 in row 2 and sequence order 1, and then I press continue. If I then press home, what we can now see is that that new widget that I've added has not appeared here, but instead it has appeared in position row 2, which is further down below the items that are in row 1. So you can see here that that's put itself here. So if you're wanting a selection of dashboard widgets to appear in line further down the screen, such as across this line here, then row 2 would be really useful for that. But if you're trying to get that to appear below the items requiring action widget, then you'd be best off choosing row 1 and sequence order 2. So to demonstrate that, we click personalise. I'll change live jobs to now to be row 1 but sequence order 2, press continue and then press home, and now we can see it has appeared directly below. To take a dashboard widget out, again personalise, and very simply we turn the value here into nothing, which then removes the values there. We press continue and we press home, and it's gone. So the crucial thing to remember is that once you've made any changes using the personalise menu, you must click home to refresh the dashboard to see those changes. Now there is another way of modifying the dashboard setup, and that's from the system user setup. We tend to use this when we're creating new users to the system, in that we will mirror a dashboard from another user, and that just saves us having to personalise everyone's at the same time. So if you wanted your dashboard layout to look like somebody else who you work with, that's possible using system users. My system user options are found under the setup menu, and I click on system users, and then I need to search for the user whose dashboard I want to modify. So in this case I want to change my training user. So pressing search to find their record, I can then press edit to edit their details. Now further down the screen on the system user setup, we have the option here to change the dashboard layout by copying the dashboard from another user. So let's say I want to make my dashboard of the training user look like my own login. I choose the login I want to copy from, and then I simply press continue on the top there. And then when I press the home button for this user, because I am currently logged in as training user, my dashboard has now changed to match the other user. Now there are a lot of dashboard widgets available in the system, and you'll only identify the ones that you think you need by having to play around with them. We do tend to set up users with the ones that we think you need, but again, do feel free to have a play with this and see how you get on. As ever, any questions that you have at all regarding this, do give us a shout.